Hello everyone and welcome back to another Halloween card. Today I'm featuring the Spooky Silhouette red rubber stamp, background stamp from Simon. And I'm using my stamp platform and I'm just going to get this lined up in the corner of the stamp. And here I'm pointing out that you want make sure that your top of your stamp platform reads rubber and not clear. So, you can use both with this stamp platform. So I just had to turn my lid around so it would fit the red rubber. This is the first time I'm using this, so I am inking it up really good. I'm using VersaFine Onyx black ink because I'm going to coat it with some Wow clear embossing powder just to give it some more shine and shimmer, because that can never have too much shine and shimmer on a card, right? Right. Okay, so this, like I said, it was new stamp, so it did take me a couple of times of inking it up to get a really solid black color on it. But it did turn out beautiful. And so we will move along after this. Stamping, I believe. I think the third time was the charm on this. Yes. We'll set that aside. And now we'll move on to coating it with the Wow clear embossing powder. I always buy the super fine detail, in clear and white. If I'm going to do anything with an effect, then I will buy, something chunky like, the distress, really chunky stuff. I can't name it. It escapes me at the moment, but generally for all my colors and everything, I just like the way the super fine detail really works better. Okay, so next here I'm just rubbing my Simon Says Stamp clear embossing Inkpad onto a piece of cardstock, and then I'm coating it with Wild Cloud 9 embossing powder. Now it's silver, but it has some glitter in it too, so you get a nice sparkle and shine with the two combinations there. And just cleaning it up real quick because glitter can make such a mess. And so I heated my heat tool up, and I'm going to start with the big panel. And it's always so fun to watch this stuff melt, especially on this clear on this black. It goes from that cloudy gray look to this pretty shiny black. It's really fun to watch it, kind of come to life. But I want my heat tool really hot, so I started with this, and then I'll go to the glitter one. And I do start on the back side of the glitter piece to try and get it to start sticking, because once you go to the front, it will have a tendency to blow a little bit of your glitter away. But if you start it on the back where it gets a little bit sticky, then you don't lose as much glitter. And this piece is going to be for my die cut, because we're going to use the CZ Design die cut to put a boo on the front of here. Okay, so I wanted to add just a little bit more shimmer, so I used my Craft Sheer Shimmer Spray in Frost. Here is that boo die from CZ, and it's a collaboration with Simon Says Stamp. And I'm just going to get out my little sidekick here. I love my little sidekick for, die cutting these little pieces like this. It's much easier than dealing with your large die cut machine, and you can have it right on your craft space. So I use that little thing a lot. It's very handy, works really, really good. So the shadow layer of this boo, I am cutting it out with Simon Says Stamp black GLIMMERY cardstock. This is great cardstock, has a wonderful sheen to it. It's textured cardstock, and it die cuts really well. So I'm just going to get that layered together with some Zig 2-way glue pen, put a block on that to hold it down for a minute to let it adhere. And then I'm going to back it with the Dries adhesive foam strips. Sorry, my dog has been barking all freaking morning, and there is nothing out there. I don't know what she's barking at. So just curving that around, and it's very easy to curve these if you take both liners off. So I know it's sticky, and it sticks to your finger sometimes, but it will curve without the liner on there. If you leave the liner on there, it won't curve like that. So just deal with the stickiness and take the liner off, and you'll be able to curve it around all these little areas like this. Okay, so now we're just going to cut the card front down. I made a 5.5 by 5.5 inch card base, so I'm just going to trim this down to 5.5 by 5.5 and have it cover the whole card entirely. This is such a quick and easy card. Using these background stamps, you can really pull a card together quickly and easily. This is definitely a beginner level, card, but it still is beautiful. It has great impact. So that's all trimmed down. So I'm just going to use the Cosmic Shimmer glue. This came in a recent Simon Says stamp card kit. And I'm going to glue this down to my card base. And I will set some blocks and stuff on top of that for just a minute to let that glue set up. And then we'll move on to the next step. So one of the pieces I cut off had a little bit of that kind of mottled look background to it, and then when I cut off the bottom, I had that solid piece of the black. So I just lined that up. I thought that made a great little embellishment for the inside of the card. I'm going to cut off the white, and I'm just going to glue it to the inside of the card. Then I'll use the Simon Says stamp set Spook Up Some Fun to add a cobweb and a spider to the inside of the card, and that will finish up this card for today. I so appreciate you watching my videos and thumbs upping and commenting. It really helps my channel to grow, and I appreciate that. So I hope everybody is enjoying this Halloween card series. I will have one more card for Halloween, and it is going to be the Honeybee House Builder die set with the Halloween add-on. So that's going to be totally opposite of this one. This one was easy. The next one's going to be a little bit more complex with a lot of die cutting and stuff, but I think it'll be a lot of fun to put together, and I can't wait to get started on it. So this finishes up this card for today. I'll have some final still shot looks. Please visit my blog for pictures and picture links to the products used in this video, and I will see you soon in the next one.